Alright guys and girls, so we're going to get into our clinch work a little bit more. Okay, we've introduced the double leg takedown already in the playlist, but now we want to talk about some takedowns from the clinch. In order to do that, however, we have to first talk about the actual clinch itself. So, you know, I want to be in tight to the opponent because he's able to inflict less damage the tighter I am. Alright, if I'm here in this mid-distance, we know they can inflict a lot of damage on me. So, once I'm in nice and tight, they can inflict less damage. So how are we going to clinch? Backhand is around the back with the thumb in. Alright, so the thumb is coming around the belt line. My other hand is going to come across and grab my wrist with a thumbless grip, right, like a monkey grip here. So I'm latched on and I'm squeezing him. Now my head is in tight and my hips are in tight. And where I'm at is going to be kind of important, alright? I don't want to be in front of him because now he can knee my groin. But I don't also want to be completely around the edge of him because he can better off headlock me from there. Basically, I want the knot of my belt in his pocket. All right, that's going to be a good angle for me. So I come around the backside on the belt, the thumb is pointed in, click. The front hand is going to click to the backhand. My head is in tight, my hips are in tight, and I'm hugging him here. The reason I want to use this is because if he's trying to back away from me, it's much stronger grip as opposed to the backhand holding onto the front hand. It's going to slide off. Okay, so that detail, that grip is going to be important. All right, so you're not in his pocket, your head on his chest, thumb comes around the back, front hand comes in, monkey grip, thumbless grip, click here. Now everything stays tight. If he moves, I move with him. All right, short steps, short steps. I don't want to give him any room to disengage and tee off on me. All right, so that's going to be where we want to get. We want to get to that body lock or that body lock clinch. And that's where we'll discuss doing our takedowns from. Now, how do we get there? So let's talk about 3 different ways we're going to get there. The first comes off of face-to-face argument. All right, at this point we're not fighting. We're just arguing over whatever it was, the price of gas, a parking spot, he was looking at my girl, whatever it is. So the face-to-face argument, my hands are always up, and we've discussed this in some other videos. I'm not with my hands behind my back, I'm not with my hands in my pocket, I'm not folded. My hands are up. Like I'm Chuck, like I'm Italian, and I'm talking with my hands. Okay, so as we're arguing, my hands are up. So I'm already ready to fight. Now, he decides he's going to throw a sucker punch. Okay, we've talked about this in another video. Block, catch. We're not going to go into details here. We've already discussed it. But from here, I step in, initiate my clinch, and get my control. Okay, so one more time. Again, we addressed the sucker punch in another video. We're not going into detail on it. We're arguing. He throws the punch, block, and clinch. Now, we're already fighting at this point, right? We're a little farther away, the fight's already happened. There's 2 scenarios that the opponent can throw at me. Either he's very aggressive, or he's a little more relaxed. So we'll take very aggressive first, and then we'll talk about being very relaxed next. So we're already squared off, the fight's in place. All right, he's very aggressive, he's coming forward at me. As he's coming forward, my forearms come up to create these horns. Right, my bicep covers my jaw, my forearm covers my temple, and I'm doing the same thing on both sides. Here, here. Horns of the bull. Right? He comes forward, I create horns of the bull. My elbows are going to strike him in the chest, in the face, in the throat, depending on the height of the attacker. From there, I establish my clinch. I'm not aiming with those elbows. I'm just protecting myself, and he's running into them. All right, so we're here. He starts to come in. Boom, horns of the bull. And I got my clinch. I'm setting my base with those horns of the bull, okay? I'm not standing like this. I'm already in a fighting base. And I just establish that base a little deeper, create those horns. So as he's coming at me, boom. And now I've got my clinch. All right, now let's talk about a little more conservative opponent, right? Maybe he's got some training, he's got some karate, he's got some boxing, some wrestling, maybe some jiu-jitsu, whatever. He's not coming wildly at me. So we're squared off. Now, I want to get to the clinch, but I don't want to just rush in on him and risk getting hit. So what we're going to do here is we're going to draw him in. So as we're squared off, I take a little step back. He follows me because he wants to hit me. I take a little step back. He follows me. I take a 3rd step back, and then I rush in as he steps forward to get my clinch. So I'm drawing him in. I'm making him come in. Now, it could be a 2-step drop, a 5-step drop, a 10-step drop. In your head, have a number that you're going to go on. So in this instance, I'm going to go on 3. So we're squared up, he's being a little more conservative. I step, he follows. I step, he follows. I step, and I lunge in for my clinch. You notice I wait for him to commit to the step. As soon as he's committing forward, if we go in slow-mo, as soon as he's committing forward, I step with that front leg. And I meet him halfway and take my clinch. So I'm not letting him step and then going in. Okay, so mid-step, he's coming in. Now I'm stepping with that front leg, right? So as he comes in, I'm stepping with that front leg. Don't make the mistake of stepping with your back leg. So one more time, I step, he follows, I step, he follows, I step, he follows, boom, horns of the bull to my clinch. Okay, so 3 ways we're going to establish that body lock clinch. From a face-to-face argument, a sucker punch is thrown, we're already squared off in a fight, he aggressively rushes me, set my horns of the bull, get my clinch, or he's a little more conservative and he's looking for the right moment, I draw him in with a little bit of footwork, horns of the bull, get my clinch. All right, so we've established the clinch. Next video, we'll talk about taking him down from the clinch.